What's going on, everybody? This is Derek from Fat Planet LP, joined with Chris. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. I'm hanging out here to learn how to navigate between windows and alt tabbing and filling. So show me your magic.
All right. Welcome to episode 2 of the YouTube content creation tutorial. This is the... God, I can't even talk. Let's rewind that. Okay, welcome to part 2 of the YouTube content creation tutorial. This is episode 2. Which I just actually said again. I'm horrible at this. You would think that I haven't LP'd before or have done any commentary. This is
And
this
then
is absolutely awful.
click on the X top right hand corner and oh, I didn't rewind myself 1 second.
That's nice. Okay,
There we go.
thank you for imitating me. That's wonderful. All right. So anyway, today we're going to do thumbnails. The program of choice that I choose, that I like, is Corel Paint Shop Pro X5. I believe X6 is the highest one that they've got right now, but who cares? It does the same thing, so we're going to jump right into it. First you need to do is you need to...
Play checkers.
You need to play checkers. Yeah, this is a transparent background. Now, with my images... since this is basically a tutorial showing you what I do, I'm going to load one of my custom ones. So we're going to go in here. In fact, I've already got all these done. I've already got all these made. Isn't that neat? This is my channel stuff. This is all the thumbnails that have been pre-made for all the series that I do.
You spelled terrier wrong.
I don't care. I really don't
Okay.
care. Here's my memes. You know, got to post these up once in a while, like on Facebook and stuff like that. So, well, look at that, 100 subscriber special. God, that was a long time ago. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my C drive. I'm going to go into TGN branding. And this is my branding kit from TGN. I'm going to select their thumbnail. Now, the dimensions are 1280 by 720. Okay, that is a normal widescreen HD format. Doesn't really much matter with the thumbnails, but the bigger it is, once it's compressed down, it looks a lot better instead of it being a very small image and being upscaled up, which just ruins the quality. So if you want a really decent, good-looking thumbnail, do a 1280 by 720. And that's going to be in pixel size, not inches. Good God, you don't want that. I don't even think that'd be possible to do that. That would probably take 6 hours to load. But it already comes with the TGN symbol on there. Okay, so this is going to be the first layer. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to make a background. Okay, I want a decent background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reproduce the thumbnail that I'm going to put on this very video. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to create a new raster layer. Okay, we want the layer visible. We want the opacity to be at 100%. And we're going to drag that under this one. Now what that does should be self-explanatory, but just in case, is this is going to be the top layer. So anything I put on here, TGN is always going to be on the top of that, which I want for my thumbnail because it's a TGN thumbnail. Okay? So what kind of background do we want to put on there? Well, you know, for the specific series, I decided to go with, you know, a light gray, you know, not too over ostentatious type background. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to select my texture. And I decided to go with a canvas. All right. There's patterns. There's different styles and stuff like that you can go through. But we're just going to go with a kind of a medium gray. Now, with most of the textures, it really depends on the one that you choose. But with most of them, you're going to want to do a darker color. So if you want to get a color close to this, you're going to want to go to the next shade up because the texture kind of drops that down a little tiny bit. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. Now, before I can actually put this texture on here, because it is a textured pattern, you're going to see what's going to happen. If I lay it down, you still see the checkerboard in the background. That means it's still transparent behind it. Okay? So the default for any transparent thumbnail is a white background. That's just the default, unless you save it as transparent, which we don't want to do that. We're not making a transparent image. So to get rid of that, we're going to use no textures. We're going to do a solid white. We're going to switch that as our primary color. We're going to undo the fill, and we're going to make it solid white. Okay? Now,
Show me that again.
Do you want to see that again?
I want to see that again.
Okay. This is our standard picture, what we're starting up with. We're going to select a white color. We're going to do the flood tool or fill or whatever it is on the program that you use, and we're going to click. And what that does is that gets rid of the transparent background. Okay, this is now a layer on this image. Okay, Raster Layer 2 is now a solid layer. There's no transparency behind it. Now we swap the tools. This is just a quick and easy swap, so I can have two different colors ready to go. And I now apply my background. Now it lays perfectly on there.
It's
now,
like brushed metal.
It looks like a brushed metal. Now this could
like
work
that.
if you want a darker background with that specific color frame. Just do a darker background. So we'll do, say, a dark gray, and when we lay that on top of it, it's a little darker behind it. See that?
That's sweet, man. That's sweet.
So we're actually going to keep this. I think that's a good color. All right. Now the next step. I want YouTube on here. Okay? Because that's what I am. I'm a YouTube content creator. All right. I'm partnered with TGN, and I am a content creator for TGN, but technically I am a YouTube content creator because YouTube is the site that we use for the platform. Okay? So I want a YouTube image in there somewhere on my thumbnail. I've already got it. It's already downloaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into my pictures. We're going to go into my, it says game backgrounds, but that's actually for my channel banner. We're going to go in, is it in symbols? Did I put it there? No, it's not in symbols. Maybe I have it in my channel. Tutorials, channels, blah, blah, blah. You think I'd be better prepared for this? I had it somewhere. Where'd you go? Oh, wait, it is here. It is in game backgrounds. Duh. Why didn't you guys tell me that? All right. So, transparent. We're going to open that up, and that's a transparent background. Now, what that means is I can select my selection tool, and you got different selection tools that you can go with. I just do the standard selection because when you select a transparent background, it's only technically copying the visible layer, which is going to be YouTube right here. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go to my window, and I'm going to go back to the original image, which is not that one. It's going to be the thumbnail. Now, the best way to do this is if you want the size perfect, because when you're copying an image from a different size onto an already preset size, it's going to be different. It's either going to be way too big, which I'll show you. If you just go ahead and you put this thing in here, paste his new selection. Look how big that is. That's huge. That's way too big. We don't want that. So we're going to undo paste. So I'm going to select my own size. So I'm going to use the selection tool. I'm going to select a size of, I'd say about right there. Looks good. And then I'm going to paste into selection. Okay. Pow.
Like magic, man.
It made it a little bit teeny skinnier, but you know what? That's okay. That's not going to ruin nothing. And actually, you know what? I'm going to undo that real quick because I forgot to do a step. Anytime you paste something new on your image, you always want to put it into a different layer. Okay? So we're going to paste that into selection. Now, I can move that around. See? Now, because I'm recording and I'm also streaming my screenshot with Chris, it's going to be a little hesitant. So we're going to line this up about the best I can.
If you run a TRS-80, you'll get similar results.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We're going to leave it there. I'm going to right-click on the background, and that's going to deselect it. And now it's become Raster 3. All right. Now, as you can see, Raster 3 has a transparent background, but Raster 2 does not. That's because technically this layer does not have anything behind it but the YouTube image, which is why I can move it around without taking half the background with me. Now, if I would have posted it on Raster 2 and I would have moved this, I would have left a big chunk missing. This would have been a transparent chunk here. So there's really technically nothing behind this. I would have to merge all these layers together for this to become one solid image, which makes it a lot easier for editing when you have different raster layers like this. So now we're going to need text. So what are we going to do? You guessed it. We're going to create a new raster layer. And we're always going to make sure that it's below the TGN. Now, if you're making your own thumbnail and you're not with a network or whatever, you're not going to have to worry about steps like that. But always remember that the top layer is the primo layer, okay? Everything else is going to be below that. All right, so if I had a big image right here and I wanted a background behind that image, I can just create a new raster layer underneath the layer where that image is, and then I can paste it in without ruining that image. So once you learn it, it's so easy. I mean, it's easier for me to actually just do it and not even talk about it than to explain it. And you'll get to that eventually. If you're not already there and you're watching this just for pure fun, or you want to make fun of the way that I do tutorials, because again, I'm not an educationalist. I'm just an LPer, okay? But I don't think I'm doing too bad. So we got raster layer selected. It doesn't matter if this is below or under raster 3 because we're not going to do anything on top or below of YouTube. So it's not going to make a difference. So we're going to select our text tool here on the left. We're going to click, and then we're going to select what kind of text that we want. Now, it doesn't really matter. We can leave it the way it is right now. We're going to do content, well, if I can spell it right, content creation tutorial. All right. Now, in order to edit the text itself, you have to select it, just like you would in any other type of editor. I've got it bold. Size is not going to matter, okay, because we're going to be able to make this the size we want here in a little bit. And then we're going to select the kind of text that we want. Now,
I want fiery letters. I want them fire. Fire.
You want fire?
Like the Mockingjay. Fire.
I don't think I really have any fire. I got Black Asylum. That's kind of like a drippy, horrible looking thing.
Emo-ish.
Yeah, it is, very much. We can do like the Star Trek looking stuff here.
Do you have anything like the Hunger Games, man?
I got like
burning letters.
Burning letters? No. I haven't done anything that requires burning letters. I've got like this like heavy metal looking thing here though.
Whoa. Alright, get a brush metal one to match your brush.
Well, I'm gonna do the American Captain Patriots. This one I like.
There we go. Alright.
Yeah, see, that one's nice, isn't it? Now we can't really see that too well, and that's because we still have it selected as the two colors that we had. So what I'm going to do is the top color, I want it to be white with no texture. All right. Actually, I got that backwards.
Yeah.
Pow. All right. The primary color is going to be white, and the secondary color is going to be black.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's not burning on fire, though.
It's not burning on fire. You're right. Now, I'm going to use my pick tool, or I call it the select tool, and then I can drag it and make it the size that I want.
It's like magic.
It is. And I can make it a little bit bigger.
Whoa.
Like that. Now, this position on canvas, this is really neat. This is for any selected item that you got. You can select it to be dead center. Or for me, I want it in this area, about that much under the YouTube symbol, but I want it to be centered. So I'm just going to align horizontally. And that will make sure that's in the dead center of this image.
It's like a cheat code.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sure.
Now
from here is where you can line up your YouTube image or whatever image you have on here. And let's see, we got 4 letters here, 3 letters here. So that's not technically centered. So I'm going to use my selection tool. We're going to select YouTube, and we're going to move it over.
Couldn't you use that little cheat tool?
Not with this. No, not with an image. For some strange reason, you cannot do an image. I don't know why. I'm sure there might be a way, but I do not know the way to do it. So now we're about even. Okay, this is right on the 4th letter. This is right on the 4th letter. Now we are direct center. All right. So
Life.
now, now we got our thumbnail. YouTube content creation tutorial. Now what do I want to do?
Pictures. Pictures.
Well, we got our background. This is the background that we chose. You can do pictures. You can do whatever you want. I'll show you if I wanted to add a picture behind here, what I can do with that as soon as I'm done making the thumbnail. Oh, well, what's it going to be about? This is a YouTube content creation tutorial, but which episode is this? This is a thumbnail episode, okay? So I'm going to go to Raster 4 because nothing is in Raster 4. It's blank. You see we got our YouTube one there. We've got the content creation tutorial one here, our TGN. Everything's got its own raster layer, including the colored background. So Raster 4, we're going to add some text to it. We're going to click it, and this one's going to be called Thumbnails. Now, for me, that's a little, it's not the same size there.
It's a little misspelled too. That's okay.
Oh, that's about the same size. This is going to be the title of the episode. Now, for me, I don't like having the same. Oh, yeah.
Can we add a beat of that?
Are you happy now?
A little better.
You got to complain about everything. Now, I don't really like that, okay? I don't know why. That's because the series title's here, but then the episode title, it's the same exact text. Now, you can do that. It looks fine. But for me, I want it to stick out a little bit. I want it to be different. So I'm going to I'm going to change the font on this. And a font that I really like, it's just my specific favorite one, is the Comic Sans MS.
Oh my god, I hate that font.
Do you really?
It's so overused.
Really? I don't think it is. But anyway.
Viewers, tell me your feelings about Comic Sans and S. Thank you.
Okay, well, we're going to make it our own. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit, which is going to change the look of it. I'm going to make it a little bit taller. I think that looks decent.
It does.
It looks decent because it's up against that bright, bold title of the series, but the thumbnails just takes the glory just a tiny bit. It doesn't take too much of it, but it takes a tiny bit to where you can instantly go, oh, this is about thumbnails. You see what I mean? That's why I use a different text for that. Okay? So this is very, very similar to the thumbnail that you see on this video right now, or you had seen. You're not looking at it currently. Well, you are in the video. You know what I mean? This is very similar to the one that I used. Okay.
When he posts this video, he'll post this thumbnail as a thumbnail.
No, actually, I already have a thumbnail made, but it is very, 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 very similar to this one.
You should use this one since you made it just for this purpose.
It's the exact same thumbnail. I did the exact same steps. Okay, it looks just like this one.
It's thumbnail.
I could lie to you and tell you yes, I will use this one. You have no clue that I didn't. Okay. So now, what if you don't want just a gray background? What if you want something splashy and catchy and nice looking? Right? Well,
like a fire.
I think it's nice looking, but so we're going to select our background. All right, our background layer is selected. We can use the erase tool. Now, what happens when I click erase and I draw a big streak down here? It's going to erase all that stuff, isn't it?
No.
No, it's not. It's only going to erase the bottom layer. That's why we layer all the stuff we add to the image. So anything can be changed later until you save it as a specific file. Now, you can save these. Say you want to go ahead and save this. Okay, oh my God, I got to go to school. I got to go to work. I got to feed the dog. You know, who knows? I won the lottery. I got to collect my winning lottery ticket. There could be many reasons that you want to finish this one later.
How about washing your hair?
You could go, yeah, you can go wash your hair. You can go cut your hair. Just don't cut yourself. Shopping's a good one, yeah.
How about if you want to get another drink for your soda machine?
No, that wouldn't count as one, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Well, there we go. All right.
Yeah, there you go. You would have to continue it at that point.
God.
So we're ready to just go ahead and save this. We're going to come back. We're going to add a background later, let's say. So we're going to save as. Okay? It doesn't really matter where it's at. Now, the specific file that you want, and this is going to be different depending on the program, But this is the one we want. We want PSP image. Why? Because this is the Paint Shop Pro file. So if we save it as Paint Shop Pro, I can name it, say, TGN thumbnail template. Let's say template. I'll go save, and now it's saved. Now what it saves is all the layers here. It does not combine it into one image. All right. So now I can come back to this. All right. Say we let's go to this window. Let's go to image 1, and say we want to open it up. Okay. We'll go to open, and there's a TGN thumbnail template. We'll open it up. It reopens it, and now you can still select everything, and you can still do what you need to do. Now, what happens if you save this under a different file name? Okay, say you want this to be your thumbnail because you want to use, say, a video image from your video. Okay, a lot of people do that. Sometimes you'll just pick a video image from your video and throw this on top of it. That's fine. You can do that because of this being a transparent background.
Show me.
So what you would do, you would go to File. You're going to save as, and the image that you want to save it as is a GIF, GIF. And that stands for Graphics Interchanged Format. Now what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to save this as a layered template, or not a template, a layered image. Okay. Well, actually, all the layers are combined, but it's going to leave that transparent background to it. So let's go transparent thumbnail. Okay. And I left the B out of there again. And before Chris rages, let's just go ahead and fix that. I'm going to now, oop, I missed a step. I'm sorry. Before we save it like that, this is the step we have to take. I'm very sorry.
Rewind.
Rewind. All right. We got to go to layers. We want to merge, and we want to merge visible. Do not merge all, because if you merge all, it's going to turn that transparent background into a standard white background, like I told you before. That was the warning I gave you earlier. If we merge visible, pow, everything is now merged. So this is all one image. And as you can see, it saved that background. Now, one of the only file that supports the transparent backgrounds, again, is that GIF. So we're going to name it again, transparent thumbnail. Save it.
Arto now.
It's going to say because of limitations, blah, blah, blah. It really depends on your the program that you use, the maximum of 256 colors, blah, blah, blah. Yes, continue. Who gives a crap? Okay.
Only use like 4 colors, so that's good.
Right, exactly. All right. Now, let's go ahead and check this out. Let's go into the pictures. Actually, it's not going to be there. It is going to be under the branding kit. And it's going to be, where's that? No, that's a template. We want this one, transparent thumbnail. Let's open it up. It opens it up.
That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yes, isn't it? Now, because this is white, it's going to show as white, but this is transparent here. All right.
Okay.
Did I do that right? No, I didn't. Oh my god. Oh, this is a terrible tutorial series. My god. I'm very sorry, guys. I'm very wrong about that. You guys are probably raging, the ones that know what you're doing. Okay? I'm very sorry. Yes, I realize what I did. I gave you the wrong file. It's not GIF. I don't know why I keep thinking GIF. It's PNG. Portable Network Graphics is the one that you want to select. I'm very sorry.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm sitting through this.
We're going to... Shut up. We're going to save it. Now we're going to go back, and I'm going to show you that it worked this time, okay? Do you trust me on this one? You should trust me on this one. All right, transparent thumbnail. That's the GIF image. We're going to get rid of that because that was our mistake. We don't want that repeating ourselves. PNG file. There it is. Okay, and it opened in Photo Viewer, which tells me it works. All right.
That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It is, isn't it? So that's going to be the transparent thumbnail, and you can directly copy this, and you can put it on top of, you know, whatever thing that you want. It's only going to save this specific stuff here in the image. All right, now let's say, let's go ahead and undo the merge visible. I want my layers back. Let's pretend we never saved the thing. We made a mistake. We want to put a different background in here, okay? So we'll go to the raster 2, which is where our gray background was, and we're going to select an image. And what image do we want to use? Let's say we want to use, well, let's use the TG and intro image.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's say we want to use
exactly
that
what I wanted.
Well, it is. I guarantee you it is, okay? So we're going to select that whole thing. We're going to copy it. We're going to go back to our picture here. Raster 4. We're going to select this entire image, and we're going to paste into selection.
Bye bye, YouTube.
No. Oh, I did on Raster 4. That was my fault. We need Raster 2. Paste into selection. Pow. There you go. There's a different image in the background. And you can rinse and repeat anytime you need to. Oh, made a mistake. Let's go ahead, undo that paste. Let's choose another image, blah, blah, blah. And you can just keep repeating. Or again, you don't even need one. Say you want to just goof around and make your own. You can just draw, and there you go. There's your background.
Looks like Trevor's site.
This is one of Trevor's thumbnails. So there you go. There you have it. This is how I create thumbnails, and that's about the length that it's going to take to do it. Now, this is a very simple thumbnail to make. Most of my thumbnails have game images in it. I'm a fan of the static or dynamic background, which simply means I have a very simple thumbnail that's nicely done, shows the episode number, blah, blah, blah. Some people argue back and forth. Some people say that they like those better. It looks more professional. Some people like Cage Believe, which he's not wrong. Nobody's wrong in this whatsoever. But some people like Cage Believe that a picture of the current episode that you're playing is better to have, so people get a little preview of what the episode's going to be about, and then you put your thumbnail information on top of that. Nobody's right or wrong, okay? It's whatever you want to do. I think the static thumbnails, they're easier for me to do because I just changed the episode number on them. When you click on my videos, you guys have noticed that recently I have changed up what I do. I now have a small introduction in front of the video that kind of tells you what the episode's going to be about. It's going to be a funny clip or something informative that kind of gives you a little bit of preview of the episode. And that's how I do it. Some people do
If you really want to throw them off, though, what you can do is, like, say you're recording 7 Days to Die, you're going to post that video. Maybe have an image of, like, Rust as your, that really screw with their heads.
Do not listen to anything Chris just told you. Totally delete that from your mind. You always want to keep it exactly. You always want to keep it exactly to what you're doing, okay? There's been a lot of people, they'll put like bikini pictures up and stuff like that just to entice people to click on their thing.
Thousands of views.
So, so the ad plays, they get the ad revenue, and then the stupid troll video thing pops up or something like that, okay?
I fall prey to those all the time.
As long as it's 30 seconds or more, you can monetize it, and you can put the stuff on there. Now, Google's getting really picky about that kind of stuff, and they're actually monitoring that now. So hopefully you're going to see a lot less of that kind of stuff popping up.
What?
All right? We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's going to conclude the tutorial for the thumbnails. If you guys have any questions whatsoever that I have not covered on this specific tutorial, ask them in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Up next on episode 3 of the series is going to be the audio section. And Trevor is part of Zombie Gaming. You have heard him on some of our episodes. Him and I will be discussing the importance of audio editing and the programs you can use and the steps that it takes to actually go through that audio process, such as, do you want to record with Fraps for your audio. Some people do that. Or do you want to use a separate audio program? We'll have that discussion, and we will show you the audio program I use, which is WavePad, and we'll explain the entire process through there. So stay tuned for that on episode 3, and I will see you guys then. Later.
Bye-bye, guys.